Hello and welcome to our new series of For the Founders with your host, me, Jasmine Mitchell. You are listening to interviews with industry leaders from exciting startups, scale-up companies and growth organisations from all around the world. With digital technology vastly improving and changing the landscape, For the Founders aims to uncover the secrets and insights into startup to scale-up companies. We delve into topics such as leadership, building teams, ESG, funding, DE&I, work culture and so much more. Thanks for listening and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. In today's episode, I caught up with Patrick and Deniz, who are the CEOs and founders of Dümpelfeld and Partners. We discuss why partnerships and relationships with others are so important and why the culture of your company can make or break you as a startup. So I'm here with Patrick and Deniz. So if you could both discuss with me your background and the journey of founding your startup.
Okay. Patrick and me, we know each other for about, let's say, 15 years, about 15 years. And we always shared a similar vision and approach to our work. Throughout our professional lives, we had frequently talked about the possibilities of working together on a project and, at the end to found a company together. However, it wasn't done until 22. Actually 23, end of 22.
End of 22, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. I thought it was 23, yeah. You're
right. We finally decided to take the plunge and make it happen. And we founded our company, Dümpelfeld and Partners. As Patrick was working as a director of supply chain in the time of Corona, he had the flexibility to work remotely, and at this time he used that to work in my office, where actually our current subsidiary companies are located. And we got much more together.
Yeah. So maybe just to say a few more words concerning our background, right? I start with that one.
Yeah,
I've kind of forgot to tell anything about ourselves. So Deniz has like 15 years of experience in recruiting of professionals and leaders in procurement and supply chain management. And me, on the other hand, I have like a very strong expertise in procurement consulting, and also I was working in the industry leading supply chain functions, right? That's actually how we came together, we could say. That's actually the so to say the two pillars how we came up with an idea of founding our company, right? And what we really recognized, because I was working in that industry of procurement consulting and he was working on finding the right people. What we found and we see with our customers right now, and it makes us very happy that they also understand that, that they are really seeking for, let's say, first of all, expert knowledge, but only for like exactly the right time. Secondly, and thirdly, only for the specific duration it is needed. And that it has tremendously changed in the market. People are not looking for full-term contracts. They still are, but especially in the function of procurement supply chain management, you have so many crazy changes right now that they really need consultancies that are amazingly agile. We think we are, by the way, and that can always find the right people for the right, let's say, challenge they're experiencing right now. And that is when we established Dümpelfeld and Partners, which is, and we think, when it comes to attributes, is modern, it's pragmatic, it's super technology driven, and we're working with entrepreneurs. That means we are working with interim managers who are completely driven to succeed because they are entrepreneurs themselves. We founded it with these entrepreneurs because they bring the right expertise at the right time for exactly the amount of time our customers needs these expertises, right?
Both of you might have completely different answers for this one, but what do you think drives you as a founder?
I believe we have also a bit of similar answers because our mindset is in the center of what we're doing, and it's quite similar. Anyways, what is driving us is, first of all, it's like a huge potential in the market. We can feel that right now. We are already thinking about how to clone us and our employees, but we also have a way to find the right people. Nevertheless, what's really cool for us as a young and agile company, that we can shape our business more or less on a daily basis, and the ability of doing that, react to all the challenges, is pretty awesome for us, because all we do is thinking about what the customer needs. We started with a completely different approach. We might talk about it later. And it is so much fun. At the same time, it really is a challenge to focus on our goals and not create a company that can serve everything. So we always sit together, super excited about new ideas, and we really have to cut off ideas from the list, and that drives us every day, because almost on a daily basis we find a new idea. And I feel like I'm founding companies on a weekly basis, but it's still the same company, and that is really pretty exciting for us.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah, that shows actually, especially that we are really passionate about what we do, and it brings us really great joy to see that the same passion we share and excitement in the eyes of those who are part of our company's growth journey. And also, I would say, yeah, at our startup, we have a really strong belief that the future of the consulting industry lies in the combination of highly skilled people and advanced technology, especially artificial intelligence. So we are going to talk about that later again, because this is a really important point in our business, and we believe that is going to be much more important in the next month and in the next years. So we also believe that by utilizing this approach we can bring a new level of efficiency and effectiveness to the consulting industry.
Yeah, no. You know, actually we're using it already. We are also creating some AI-based technologies, which we cannot talk about right now already, because we believe it's going to change a lot, to be very honest. And we're using it already partly within our projects, and our customers find it very exciting. That is really a new approach in that industry, because we can see in Germany, would say the industry is a bit dusty here and there. We are kind of putting some freshness to it, especially by using technologies and artificial intelligence. I mean, artificial intelligence, everyone is talking about it right now, but we are doing it, and we don't just talk. You know, we believe the industry is going to change 100%, and we feel like we did not miss in Germany would say, you didn't miss the train, right? The AI train is very fast, and we hopped on. And that is extremely exciting. And we really don't know what's going to happen soon, but we know we are building something super interesting, and we still don't know if we can sell all of our ideas, but otherwise we're just going to use it and stay excited about it.
I want to know now.
Yeah, we can have a follow-up.
Yeah,
but we
for sure.
We really don't want to spread it now already, but the thing is, there's no similar idea of it yet.
And I guess the much more important at this point is that we are open, and we are so passionate to do it. And to be honest, our to-do list is growing and growing and growing every single day. So when, for example, when Patrick is calling me at 10 p.m., I know it's going to be a long call, and we are leaving that call not we are getting done with 3 to-dos, and we create 15 new to-dos. But that's actually something we really like.
One funny thing, what drives us as a founder as well, is my wife always refers to Deniz as my wife. He says, "You've got a second wife now, you know that, right?" It is really because we have so many ideas and thoughts the whole time. I sent him that WhatsApp with a new idea, and he said, "Oh wow, what the heck, that is really super interesting." We cannot stop creating at the moment. and is driving us on a daily basis, honestly.
What was the original vision for your company, and has that changed with growth?
Yeah, that's actually also a very funny journey to tell how we get to this point. And I'm very sure we are not at the end, so we are changing our business or shaping our business every day. The original first idea was actually to build up a platform to offer some negotiation trainings. That was the very first idea, but very quickly we changed that our idea into to create a business purchasing consultancy that specialized in optimizing indirect procurement and establish a robust network of relationship between customers, consultants, and preferred suppliers for all categories of indirect spending. Just to tell what indirect spending is, that includes actually all expenses that do not directly contribute to the final product, and with the right people, with the right experience, it is almost possible to save up to 20, 30, sometimes up to 40% of the cost of an organization.
And we were so excited about that idea already, doing negotiations and optimizing indirect spend and focus on the network, especially on the network. That's the main part here, because a lot of companies are optimizing indirect spend in the market. But we wanted to build up that crazy network, which could serve a customer within seconds, so to say, with having the right solution, having the right supplier, having the right expertise in no time. But then it shifted, right? As we grew, we very quickly realized that one thing will stay. That's the focus on networking. For us, it's the absolute number one key factor in success. Because what we are doing right now, we are building not only relationships with preferred suppliers and customers, we are also building relationships with other companies and also competitors. We completely changed our focus. We think that you can, along the value chain, you can have very close partnerships with whoever, even your competitor. So what does it mean for a customer? We can offer pretty much everything that is connected to consulting and procurement. And just one more explanation to that. A customer requests a huge project, and we know we can offer within A to Z, we can offer A to W or whatever, but the rest we have no idea. So we get another company in who's almost friends, let's put it that way, because for us very important to have a long-lasting and very close partnership. And we put them in there with their own company brand. A lot of companies don't do that. They pretend they hire someone from the outside, pretend it's our own employee, and everything is under the brand Dümpelfeld Partners. We don't do that. We partner with everyone. Sounds a bit wrong, but we really do. Whenever it is, it fits our mindset, I would say. Right?
Yeah, I guess that's the most important point for us. It is not only the expertise, but it is much more the mindset.
So how did you grow your business so quickly? If you could describe maybe your hiring process and your funding and resources.
I would say this is also the point which Patrick just talked about.
Yes.
This is a very, very important point for our company and our success, I would say, and we strongly believe in that. The key to our success is collaborating with the right individuals and companies who in turn have the right mindset and values. We value trust and loyalty above all else. That's very important for us, and this is what guides us to partnerships and collaborations with even our competitors. Yeah, by closely working with like-minded individuals and companies, we are able to achieve great results and create long-lasting relationships between companies and individuals that benefit everyone who is involved in this partnership. We also believe that by building trust and fostering loyalty, we are able to create a collaborative environment that's beneficial to achieving our goals.
And that really is about building up our business, right? Also hiring. I'll say a few words to hiring as well and funding. But what we call it, and that's how we grew. We call it value chain partnering. That's what I explained before. Within the value chain, we partner with whomever, right? But the most important ones here are certainly also the interim managers. These are entrepreneurs with an entrepreneurial mindset, of course, and they are part of our company, so to say. So we have a network of at least 200 people, even more, but 200 people we spoke to already, and another 20 to 30 who we are super close with. And they would kind of act as an employee, but they are not. They are entrepreneurs, and that's how we grew without having to install a crazy big workforce. Huge advantage for everyone, because we can send them to the clients when they are needed. Means we are also only paying them for the period of the project we're having with our clients. That gave us a huge opportunity to grow in no time, actually. And the beauty of the consulting business, by the way, is we do not require like an insane amount of funding money, because it's more brain work. We don't have to buy machinery. We need a beautiful office where we are moving soon to another bigger one already. That's very good news. We have to do that. Teaser, we are trying to collect some money right now, which might be connected to our AI solution. What is really like the culture I was always looking for is that everyone can speak up in our company, and like we don't care about the position. Can be a working student, can be an interim partner, can be whoever. Like we also invite our interim partners, by the way, to come to our office whenever they have an idea. We sit together, and they kind of, and that is interesting, that makes the culture, they create our company as well. And that's, you know, that is, it's not normal that other entrepreneurs create your own or help creating let's say business ideas. And what we really do not like, I can tell you up front, is complaining without a solution. That's where we have like a red line you should not cross. That's when we say always, like, you know, come onto the pitch and don't shout and neck from the stands, you know.
Yeah.
That is kind of a saying. It's in German. It sounds, we say it in German always, but try to translate it in my head. Yeah, very, very open-minded. Entrepreneurs can contribute to what we do. Our office is like an open door policy, even for external people. So that is different.
So how do you create a close relationship with your partners, and why is this so important to you?
That's a pretty amazing question. Thank you. We have talked about it quite a bit already, that we are happy to partner with a variety of different people, organizations, entrepreneurs, as well as competitors. But what is very important for us, especially when it comes to the interim managers, the ones who are leading our consulting projects together with our employees, we have a we are super selective when we are choosing them. We call it a kind of mindset assessment, because we only invite people who are highly skilled anyways, with crazy amount of years of experience, way more than we do very often. And I also don't mind if they're more intelligent. But what I'm really keen about is to understand that they share the same vision, the same mindset, that they are modern, that they are pragmatic, they're customer focused as crazy, and that they are very keen to use new technology and are open for AI. Whenever that is a match, we make like an assessment of 2 to 4 hours. Because if a customer calls and says, I need someone, let's say, to optimize the recycling process, we just had a project like that. We would always say, we have no idea about it, but we have the best person you can imagine. And we'll send that person to you as soon as, let's call the person Carl, as soon as Carl has a slot. We're going to send a person to you, and we do not even have to talk to Carl anymore because we know our mindset and he's the best in that field. Doesn't make sense if we join him because he's way better than we are.
Yeah, and I would say the compensation is also very interesting and brings also good work at the end. So we believe in fair compensation. We do share the project success and provide all the necessary support and resources to help our partners for the success. So to ensure the best outcomes, we set clear expectations for sure and objectives, but also establish clear lines of communication and hold regular check-ins with them. We also foster a positive and collaborative work environment, recognize and reward good performance, and address any issue or concerns in a timely and constructive manner.
So I've been focusing on the topic of women in tech and women founders. So what do you think that we can do to promote women entrepreneurs to equalize the stats?
Good question. And first of all, I would say, actually, we should not need to talk about those things. That's really what I feel. But anyway, so if I could need to give an advice, I would say the visibility should be increased of those women who are very successful in that business already. There are a lot of women in that business, in the tech business, which could be more visible. So, and talk about their success and
should
their
be promoted.
About their whole success stories, and by highlighting and promoting the story all over. And there are really good entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs outside there. And I would say this is the most important point to show them, to also for the women themselves, they should go out and talk about that.
You can help, actually.
Yes.
You can help them by providing valuable podcasts about entrepreneurs who are women. And the thing is, I couldn't agree more with Deniz. It's super sad that we still have to talk about it in our society, that there's a difference, that there's apparently some weird unconscious bias, and I do not have any understanding for that, to be very honest. I find it extremely sad. We, for example, and it's not about investing, but we're looking for women the whole time. It's not easy to find them. And sometimes, my wife, for example, says, sometimes I want to be a bit more like a man. And I'm like, please don't. But what she means is like to brag a bit more, to talk about yourself, to show the world how amazing you are. Because what we found, I'm also doing negotiation trainings. Women are very often a bit more modest, which I find amazingly wonderful. They're modest and they talk about what they really did. Men tend to brag a bit more and talk about what they never did. It sounds amazing, and that attracts money, unfortunately. Right? So I don't know. Maybe you can ask my wife about that question as well.
Yeah, but I guess that's the point, right? That's exactly the point. I totally agree. And we
do some bragging.
Yeah. Actually, we should have also maybe a bit more. That could also help a bit more of women business angels, investors, and venture capitalists. So I would say that could support that also. But what I don't like is to say, so we are a venture capitalist and we are just funding women. So that separates something which actually belongs together. So we are so happy to have women in our team. That brings us so much drive and new ideas, and the way of the thinking women do. So that's a big benefit for us. So that's the reason actually we say, so how can we talk about that? How can we even talk about that?
One more thing to add. We always say our wives are the best managers in the world. And we mean it. Really? And when we hear that someone has 2 children, she's almost hired, because they are the most efficient people you can imagine. They have 2 businesses, the family and the job. And it's so freaking demanding what they're doing. So if I could spend my money, and there's a mother with 2 kids and a guy who is doing it on his own, and they have the same idea, let's say, I would always give all the money without thinking to the wife with 2 children.
In no time. So, and this is not just a story. So we act like this. So we've got in our subsidiaries and also with Dümpelfeld and Partners, some of our colleagues are mothers, and they are great in actually everything they do. So they
more organized than we are, my
much
friend.
much more, because they have to handle it anyways in their whole life with kids, and when they bring it into our company, into the job. So we are delighted and we appreciate it very much.
The last question has come from our previous speaker. So he said, as a founder, I've always struggled and played this question in my mind. When do you stop being a founder and start being a manager and let go of the control?
My first feeling is never. Because why? If you stop being a founder, you stop being a creator. And if you're not creating anymore, you get stuck. And one day you will miss that train you should have hopped on, because you're not creating anymore.
Thank you so much for listening to the For the Founders podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please visit our website to get involved in the latest podcasts, video footage, and events throughout the year. Please look out for the next episodes with founders and CEOs from all over the world.